welcome back to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleacher. In today's plan with me, I am using the kit August 223. This kit features the colors yellow, pink, and green, and is one of my floral kits. I love floral kits. I often make floral kits. So this is the first time that I've had a chance to sit down and do a plan with me spread for a few weeks now, and I'm so glad to be here with you guys. I just absolutely love planning. When I plan, I like to just sit and turn on some nice relaxing music and just take my time and really think about how I want my week to look and what I want to accomplish. And it's just fun and relaxing for me. I actually have this sped up at double the speed so that you don't have to sit and watch me make all the actual length of time it takes me to do it. So I think it took me 33 minutes to plan, but then I speeded it up so it'll only be 15 minutes for you guys to watch. So this week I decided to go for the classic headers instead of the paintbrush headers. All of my universal kits you can choose either a classic headers or you can choose paintbrush headers to go with your universal stickers. That is always an option. And this week I was just feeling the classic this week. So I was a little rusty in this plan with me, and I end up making a bunch of changes. You'll see with the headers, I'm going to put them down one way and then decide I want to take them off. I put them across the medium washi at the top there, and then I decide instead I want to use that top row of where I normally put a thin washi. I decide to put the headers there instead, and then I'm loving the way it looks. And then I make some, as I'm planning, I made a lot of changes basically. So I'm trying to say, I think part of it's because it's just been so long since I planned, I felt a little bit rusty today. So how are you guys doing? I hope that you are all doing well. This was our first week of homeschool, and it has just been so much fun. I've really changed up the way I'm doing things this year, and I'm trying to make it a lot of fun for Logan. I want him to enjoy his homeschool experience, and it's hitting me. He's planning on going to public high school, so he's in middle school now. So he has 3 years of middle school, and then he's going to go to public high school. So it just kind of hit me that this part of my life is going to be over in 3 years. I won't be homeschooling any kids. I won't be educating any kids, because prior to homeschooling, I was a public school teacher for 20 years. So I really want to enjoy these last 3 years with him and these last 3 years of teaching. Unless I decide to go back to teaching, which is not 100% off the table. With my divorce, there's so much up in the air, and financially I might need to go back to working a full-time job, and because so much of my adult life was spent in education, it just makes sense to go back to education. Maybe not as a traditional classroom teacher, maybe somewhere else, something else in the education field. But I guess what I'm trying to say is the future is so unpredictable. What I do know is I get to homeschool Logan this year, and I'm trying to enjoy every moment of it. So one of the things that I've incorporated this year is at the beginning of our school day, we do a physical activity for our quote-unquote PE. So he gets to choose whether we go for a bike ride or we go for a walk. But we have been, the temperatures here have been absolutely crazy. The other day, we reached 120 degrees, which is the warmest, they said, that has ever been on record in Iowa. So we hit the warmest day ever in Iowa, 120 degrees. That was with the heat index. It was a little bit over 100, just straight temperature, but the heat index brought it up to 120. And so we ended up going for a bike ride that first day, and then after that I said to Logan on Monday, and after that I said, let's just walk on the treadmill at home. So that's what we've been doing the rest of the week, and it's a whole lot less fun than going outside and going for a bike ride or going for a walk. So I am really looking forward to some cooler fall temps. But I looked ahead at the weather app, and it looks like we're going to have a couple more weeks, at least a couple weeks that they've been able to predict. Looks like we're still going to be extremely hot, not in the hundreds, but in the 90s and high 90s. So look at the planner at this point. I love the way it looks with just the pink and the white and the green. And as I love the combination of the yellow as well, but as I was laying this out, I just kind of wished that I had done like all pink and white and green because it's such a pretty combo. And that inspired me just to keep things a little more simple this week. So I don't use as many stickers this week as I normally do. So scheduling wise, I'm just feeling really great right now. I am one of those people who thrives on a schedule. I love like knowing when I'm supposed to wake up, and once I wake up, like exactly what I'm supposed to do, like in the order I'm supposed to do it. I just feel so efficient and effective right now. So for example, one of the things that we've incorporated starting this week is at 10 o'clock we turn off all electronics. Logan gives me his phone and then I put it in my room to charge overnight, so he doesn't even have access to it. And to support him in this, I'm also not letting myself use electronics after 10 p.m. So I always have cleaned the kitchen before I go to bed at night. And for me, that included washing the dishes and wiping down the counters. But I have added this week also sweeping the kitchen floor, taking out the kitchen trash, and then vacuuming the living room and dining room. I am just absolutely loving waking up each morning and coming down to a completely clean house. Like, it's such a great feeling. I'm hoping that I continue this for the rest of the year because I love the way it feels. So something else I have brought back into my life this week is meditating at night before I go to bed, and then doing an AM yoga routine first thing in the morning when I get out of bed. And it is crazy how something so simple as, like, speaking about meditating, I lay on the floor, I listen to a guided meditation for 10 to 15 minutes. It is crazy what a difference that makes in my life. What a difference it makes in my posture and the way my body feels and the calmness and of my brain. Just, it's such an important part of my day, and I'm sad that I abandoned it for so long. I can't even remember the last time I did it. I'm pretty sure I didn't do it over the entire summer. Our summer, even though I continued to work in the Etsy shop and make YouTube videos all summer, I just felt like really chaotic this summer. Well, everything happened that caused the divorce, so that's a huge part of it. But also too, just scheduling wise, I was trying to do something special with Logan. I mean, even if it just meant him and I going for a walk each day. But I was trying to do something with Logan every day to, one, get him out of the house, get him moving, two, to help just give him a chance to talk to me if he needed to talk to me about anything, especially when it came to getting, the divorce. I also tried to plan a lot of activities with him and his friends. So he had an activity going on with friends. It seemed like at least once a week, sometimes 2-3 times a week. So I was just trying to keep him busy and give him lots of opportunities to do things, and not get too bored or too caught up in anything that was happening at home. Anyways, I'm just so thankful to get back to doing the meditation at night, getting up in the morning and doing my AM yoga. And I only do like 10 minutes of AM yoga. I always do all of my meditation, all my yoga. It all comes from YouTube. I just put in what I'm looking for, like 10-minute meditation, usually like 10-minute PM meditation, or 10-minute AM yoga, and then I will just do a random video. And I love it. So I really got in the habit this summer, especially when I had the bedroom to myself, or started to have the bedroom to myself. I got in this habit of just having the TV on, playing YouTube videos all night long. And this week, because I'm doing the no electronics after 10, just like Logan, I'm being supportive and trying to live by my words. If I tell him it's bad to be on technology after 10, I'm trying to also live by that rule. So I'm turning the TV off at night, and I have just been reading, and I managed to get a book from my public library on my Kindle app. Because of my vision, I like to be able to enlarge the letters. I don't consider my Kindle a technology because I'm not like watching YouTube, I'm not going on Instagram or Facebook. I'm looking at words. So it's basically like a book. So I managed to get this book from the library that had been on my wish list for quite a while, but was never available. And I think it's called All Good People Here. And I will insert a picture for you guys. But the first night that I picked it up to read it, I ended up staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning. I could not put the book down. I was enjoying it so much. and I've been reading like late into the night every night since I got the book just a few days ago. So this book is written in that format that takes place in two different time periods. So there's two people telling the story, two different perspectives, two periods of time. One time is 1994 and the other time is 2019. And I love those kind of books. I love that trope in books. So I find it fun, and I find, especially when it comes to like murder mysteries and you're trying to piece things together about when things happened when. So this particular book takes place in two different time periods and involves the kidnapping and murder of two different girls, one in 1994 and one in 2019. And in 2019, we're following a newspaper reporter who's trying to figure out if these two events are connected. She also happens to be the childhood neighbor of the first girl who was kidnapped and murdered in 1994. So it's very personal to her, this case. And she's trying to just, piece things together and figure things out. The original case was never solved. And of course, this new case just happened and they want to solve it and they want to know if it's connected. Is it the same person? And it's really interesting because the 1994 case, I think, is heavily inspired by was it JonBenet Ramsey, if you remember that case. So, for example, one of the biggest similarities between that real life case and this case from 1994 in the book is that the little girl was like a beauty pageant contestant, like little kid beauty pageant contestant kind of thing. Anyways, I feel like I'm not making the book sound that interesting, but it truly is interesting. I can't put it down. I want to keep reading it. I want to know who did it. I want to know if these are connected. I have a theory of who it is, and I had this theory very early on, and I hope that it's not the person I think it is, but it'll be interesting to see if I'm right or wrong. I haven't changed, even though the author has thrown like other possible people into the who could have done it along the way. I'm going with my first instinct, so it'll be interesting to see if I'm right or wrong about that. So as far as the way I set up the planner, the way I like to do the 3 columns, or the 3 rows in each column, is I like to use the top row for work-related tasks, such for YouTube and Etsy. And this week, I decided to just put my #1 top task in each box. So, and like Monday, for example, my top task is going to be film the Savings Challenge video. And so I just put that. Of course, there's many, many other things that I'm going to get done on Monday. That's just going to be my top task for work. So when I do the fill in the top row, you'll see that there's just one main task under each in each box. And then the middle row, that is where I put all of my family stuff. So in the middle row, I have homeschool, and then I also have any other appointments or meetings or get-togethers that we have during the week. And then the bottom row is my filming schedule. So lately when I plan, I've been filling in those white boxes in the bottom row with full boxes, full decorative boxes. But like I said earlier, I just felt like this spread needed less. Like less is more for this spread. So, I mean, it's still very decorative, but I could have gone even like further out and left. I could have covered every single white space, but I decided to leave a lot more white space this week. And I really like the way it turns out in the end. I think it is really pretty. So on the sidebar there, I decided to put my AM and PM routines, basically my goals to things I want to accomplish in the AM and things I want to accomplish in the PM. Like I said, I've had an extremely productive week. I have done all of these tasks this week and it feels so good. So in the AM, I like to shower and do my hair and makeup. I like to go for a walk. And I love to walk outside. Unfortunately, this week, because of the weather, I have been walking on the treadmill inside. And then I also like to do an AM yoga where I just stretch the body after sleeping all night long. And then my PM, the 2 big things I like to do in the PM for my PM routine are meditate and read. So that is it for this week. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I do have a few more minutes of planning here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some nice music for you to finish up the plan with me, and then I will see you guys again next week. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.